What advice would you give to any nominees in these categories or any categories for the CODiEs, rather?
Oh yeah, I was going to ask you that question too. So I think, and this would certainly apply to both the breakers and the wider CODiEs. I think one of the things I see most often missed, even with smart, well-intentioned teams, is a real clarity around what problem you're solving. And then if you're able to say, yes, we really are solving a problem, can you also say it's a problem that matters to the people that you're trying to serve? Not all problems are created equal. Things like literacy proficiency, or preparing and supporting teachers, or foundational skill development in math and science. Like, these are kind of big, long-standing generational efforts. So how are you helping with one of those things? If you're not sure, or you think, well, we have a thing that's engaging that kids love, you need to be really asking yourself hard questions and make sure that you're solving a real problem that matters in the space. I think that's probably the thing I see missed most often. If you can say, yes, we are solving a problem and it's one that matters in the space, then it becomes a matter of, okay, well, how are you doing that differently or better than the teams around you? And by differently or better, are you making it doable? Is it something that educators are actually going to be able to do, want to do, kids are going to be able to do, want to do? That's really important. I think it also needs to be something that is kind of able to change as things change around it. It can't just be we solved this problem and it's the only way to do it. And so if anything changes around it, that it's not going to be relevant anymore. So that flexibility, I think that's something too. So I think it really comes back to, are you solving a real problem? Is it a problem that truly matters and is important to the space? And then how are you doing it differently? What's your, we throw around phrases like secret sauce a lot. That I think that often gets confused with something that's almost artificial, or, just something that's really snazzy. It can be about that. It can be about a really cool user experience, but it's more about, the practicality of something. And is it going to be something that is, sort of stands up, whether it's the efficacy behind it, the user experience that's part of it. It needs to be something that sort of stands apart. So if you don't have a product that is solving a real problem and it doesn't stand apart, there's a bunch of other, you're just a commodity. And so that's going to be really, really tough, especially for a startup and even for companies that are more established and they're launching new products. I think for well-established brands that launch products and are involved in the CODiEs, I'd ask those same questions. We ask ourselves those questions all the time at Cambium. And so I think all the good brands do that.